Oh yeah. Mm. Give me the stuff. Ah. Mm. Whew. Mm. Ah. Sorry about that. Oh, got a little something on my nose. Yeah. Wise man once said, cocaine is a hell of a drug. Woo. Anyway, I'm shintigercurl, that dude in the straw hat, bringing you an awesome video. And why am I snorting cocaine from my hand? Mm. But anyway, I'll get to that reason in a minute. Ugh. Mm. Gotta wait for my high to wear off. So yeah. Woo. So anyway, there we go. So what do we have for tonight? Well, it's Monday night. You know what that means. Time for some Raw. So we got 2 weeks left before the big 4-hour SummerSlam, and still waiting for the list of matches for Summerfest. I hear Jeremy Piven's going to be doing that. But anyway, so what are we going to expect? First up, Seth Rollins comes out, still bragging about how he broke John Cena's nose, and I'm still surprised the WWE is building this up to be some career-threatening injury. I mean, the guy's had neck surgery, for God's sake. He had a ball of fluid in his elbow. Sorry, I mean, just that. That's better. He had a ball of fluid in his elbow, making it the size of a freaking softball. So why would he be worried over a broken nose? I don't know. It doesn't seem like a career-threatening injury. It's uncomfortable and it's hard to wrestle with a broken nose, but career-threatening? I don't know. But anyway, Seth comes out, talks some shit about Cena, talks about how Cena has not accepted his title versus title match for SummerSlam, and how he wants to be the first person ever to hold the WWE World Heavyweight title and the United States title at the same time. Then apparently they get Cena on the Titantron, which, yeah, apparently Seth Rollins has been watching too much old episodes of Conan O'Brien, because it's just Seth Rollins talking with his mouth over John Cena's picture with his face pushed in like that, looking like silly putty. It was pretty hilarious. We haven't seen that in a while since, well, since that whole Edge Ric Flair thing. But that was good. Cesaro comes out looking manly as always and cuts a promo worthy of CM Punk. I mean, Cesaro took a back seat tonight. Tonight, we saw Claudio Castagnoli. If you don't know who Claudio Castagnoli is, look up Real Men Drink Coffee. Beer is for rednecks. Real men drink coffee. But anyway, he says that he deserves a title shot at Seth Rollins. Rollins is like, whoa, whoa, who said anything about a title shot? That was last week. This is this week. Then my boy, Kevin Owens, comes out and says, correctly, after a slight of a flub, says that he deserves a title shot more so than either of them because, well, between all three of them, Owens, Cesaro, and Rollins, he's the only one who has ever beaten Cena clean. So he has that. Then Randy comes out, delivers a so-so promo, and there's an argument between the four of them. And then Seth says something that he should have kept his mouth shut. I don't care what anybody says. I don't even care what the authority says. I'm not defending my title tonight. Trips took exception to that and says tonight, since Cena is kind of incapacitated at the moment, tonight we will have a triple threat match between Cesaro, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton to decide who will face off against Seth Rollins in the main event tonight for the World Heavyweight title. That's that. First matchup, we have a 6 Divas tag match. For the first time ever, Team Bella, composing of the Bella Twins and Alicia Fox, taking on Team Bad. That's how I'm going to say it from now on. Team Bad. Comprised of Naomi, Tamina Snuka, and the Boss, Sasha Banks. That's how I say her name. She's not the boss, he's the Boss. But with the newly rechristened Team PBC, Paige, Becky, and Charlotte, they changed their name because apparently the submission sorority was apparently being used as a porno title. Hmm. Also, PVC, according to the Spoonie one on his Twitter, is a type of chemical used in as an industrial type of waste that can cause pollution to the atmosphere, pollution to the environment, and cancer. Hmm. Cancer-causing chemicals, porn. I go with porn. But yeah, this was a pretty. Once again, the Divas turned up this match. Even the Bellas, as much as I and several other people hate them, Bellas did turn it up this match, and it was a pretty nice match. The Bellas pick up the win. Team Bella picks up the win. And then it all breaks down into a massive brawl between all three teams, which facilitated another match signed for SummerSlam. It will be a massive three-team elimination battle royal between Team Bad, Team PBC, and Team Bella. You have to roll your eyes when you say Bella. Next up, The New Day versus Los Matadores. This is a very solid matchup. Once again, the tag teams are doing pretty well in the WWE. The New Day, of course, picked up the win because the New Day are douchey assholes, and I love them. Backstage, they're celebrating their win and how they must be in line for a world tag team title shot in the near future against the champs, the Primetime Players. But then Renee Young gives them the bad news. The good news is, well, good news, bad news. The good news is that the New Day will be facing the Primetime Players for the World Tag Team titles. The bad news is they won't be the only ones in there. Los Matadores and the Lucha Dragons will be in it, making it a 4 corners match for the WWE Tag Team titles. I'm looking forward to that. Next up, we have our triple threat match. Cesaro versus Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. What can you expect from this match? It was fucking amazing. Randy Orton proves that he's still an unbelievable talent in the ring who can work an entire crowd into a frothing frenzy just by a look. Kevin Owens is still Kevin Owens, and Cesaro is really stepping up his game to show that you should push him, Vince. Don't listen to Kevin Dunn and push this man. Stop listening to Kevin Dunn and push this man. Fire Kevin Dunn and push this man. Yeah, but wishes are fishes, we'd all be eating sushi. But yeah, in the end, Randy Orton takes it. Very close matchup. I liked it. Next, we have a nice little promo for the upcoming rematch of the Millennium, Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. A match too big for WrestleMania. And all the superstars, past and present, are weighing in on it about both The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. So I'm really not going to say my thoughts on the whole thing because it builds up what it builds up. Because next week, the Dead Man and the Beast in the same ring. Take cover inside in a movie theater showing the Fantastic Four. He'll never look for you there. But then you just walk right back out. Next up, Dean Ambrose takes on Luke Harper in a prelude to their big tag team match they'll have when Dean and his best friend Roman Reigns take on Luke and his boss Bray Wyatt. This was a great match between two men who have very crazy and eclectic styles. It was brawls outside of the ring, brawls inside the ring, but in the end, Luke Harper picks up the win. Good setup for the title and for their next matchup at SummerSlam. Next up, we have Miz TV. And who's on Miz TV this week? Why, the leader of the Yes Movement, Daniel Bryan. And for those of you who don't know, Daniel Bryan apparently has gone the Mick Foley route and has written his own book, which has now become a New York Times bestseller. It's titled Yes. I'd buy it. I haven't read it, but I just don't know what it's about, but I'll still buy it. So Miz goes on about how he made Daniel Bryan the man he is today, even though Daniel Bryan has surpassed him in pretty much every aspect that can be surpassed. And they continue to talk about Ryback's absence from the WWE due to a staph infection in his knee. Then the Big Show comes out. Big Show talks about Miz, saying he looks like a manure-spewing Jedi Knight. Good on you, Big Show. And turns his attention to Daniel Bryan, but then Ryback comes out. Or as Spoonie would call it, the Ryback. Apparently those Z-Packs really do work for the right people. So he comes out there, he confronts the Big Show, then Daniel Bryan throws The Miz in the ring, and The Miz gets jolly stomped into oblivion by the Big Show and Ryback. A less mediocre match has become now mediocre. Next up. This is the reason why I'm doing drugs tonight. Excuse me, I need another sniff. Mm. Ah. Mm. Mm. Ah. Woo. Ah. Hold on. Ah. Mm. Oh, God, that's good, China Cat. Oh. Whew. Sorry about that. Anyway. Whew. Better than coffee. But anyway, our next match is the one that forced me to do just that because I want to blank out the memory of this. Rusev versus Mark Henry. What follows is perhaps the most horrible segment in recent Raw history. This is the kind of segment that can ruin a good Raw. This has been a good Raw. This little segment almost made it unbearable. It's bad enough that they further this whole Rusev versus Dolph Ziggler because Lana and Summer Rae is somehow mixed into this. That's bad enough. Then throw in Mark Henry waving the American flag like that's going to make a difference because he's already lost to Rusev on at least 4 to 5 different occasions. So yeah, then add to that the fact that the match doesn't even last 5 minutes before it goes completely foobar. And I'm not even going to say, basically the match, the whole segment was crap. Even the cat fight was crap. You mean, if you're really a horny little bastard, you can probably like this match, like this segment just because of the cat fight, but no, not me. I'm not so base in it. I mean, I'm a horny bastard, but I'm not even going to dignify any of that with a response. That segment was terrible. That segment made me want to watch the Fantastic Four. And then come right back to it. This made me feel sad because Rusev and Lana deserve better than this piddly back and forth bullshit. This not just this whole segment, this whole angle is terrible on all levels. Terrible. I'm gonna need to dive into some 8-balls after this. That segment was just terrible. I need to move on. Anyway, next up we have Neville versus King Barrett. Now, all show long we've been hyping up the fact that Steve Amell, aka Arrow, or the Green Arrow from the CW's hit TV show Arrow, 3rd season notwithstanding, is in audience tonight because of a long-standing feud or war of words he has with Stardust. So anyway, they show him in the audience. The match was pretty much a squash match. King Barrett is really this close from being Billy Gunn. He gets beat by the Red Arrow by Neville. Then Stardust comes in the ring, attacks Neville from behind. Then he goes outside to confront Steve Amell. The two look each other in the face and Stardust pie-faced him. What happens next took me by surprise. Steve Amell just strips off his jacket, just parkours his way out of the stands, up to the ring, and just goes in the ring and just does a nice little Thesz press to Stardust, and it looks so. He must have been training a lot for this, because he looked incredible out there, and the security guard broke this shit up, and Stardust is like, I think I fucked up. But anyway, backstage, Triple H is reading Steve Amell, the Steve Amell, the 3rd degree, saying, you know you can't just come in here. Wait a minute, I gotta get in character. You know you just can't come in here and jumping people. You're the guest. You're not a wrestler. Then make me a wrestler. You don't know what you're getting into. Okay, fine. I want all the papers signed. I'm washing my hands of this. You want Stardust, you got him. So, another match has been added to SummerSlam. The Red Arrow, Neville, and the Green Arrow, Steve Amell, versus Stardust and King Barrett. I am very much looking forward to this match. More so than I really have a right to be. But anyway, final match, main event. Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, World Heavyweight title. Good match, nice psychology in the fact that Seth knows that that a good old Randy can and has beaten him in the past, so he's a bit wary of him. The end comes when he goes for a springboard into something, but Randy somehow turns it into an RKO. And he goes for the cover when Sheamus comes out, interrupts the count, and causes the match to go foobar, which is understandable. Then he gets in the ring, Brogue kicks Seth, and says he wants to cash in. Randy ain't having none of that shit and makes him eat an RKO. That's the show. My thoughts? Skip Rusev Henry. Skip that whole segment. When you see his match start up, you skip that whole segment. You're gonna have a better time of it after every all the other matches were good and solid. When you reach this point in your DVR, you skip it. You just skip. Hit fast forward, skip this shit, cut it out, record over it, do what you have to do. Just skip it because that one part can bring down the whole show. Without that Rusev mess, this was a good Raw. With it, it brings it down bad. Skip that shit. Skip it. And I don't mean the toy. So anyway, that's Raw. Anyway, and that's my video. If you like what you see, link, comment, subscribe below. Got any questions, comments, or just want to talk about wrestling? Leave them below. I'll get back to you. If you want to support the channel, hit that like button. It really does help out, as does clicking an advertisement. They all do. Man, it's getting up there. Also, if you feel generous in your heart, or if you just feel bad because I had to suffer through that Rusev mess, it's up there. You know what to do. So until next time, it's been shintigercurl, that dude with the straw hat, saying good night. And I'm gonna hit me some more of that China Cat. Come here, you little. Come here. Oh yeah. Woo. Kane is a hell of a draw.